Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
And today we are back watching Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 5. Alright, so this, I believe, is the last episode of this little mini backstory that we've been given. So I think this is going to be the one to tie it all in. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we're kind of getting a gist of it, but there isn't enough overwhelming evidence on why this one death and one failure is enough to turn Geto, to push him over the edge.
Yeah, I do. It's hard, right? Because when you go through something so traumatic, you know how the brain just comes up with these, crazy philosophies, reasons why they happened. So I do understand from that perspective why something, I guess, to us so insignificant when in this world we know it's expected. But to the human brain, that's just, it's pure chaos. So
Well, we left off last episode. We saw Toji get killed. I honestly thought we were going to see more from the man. I thought it was going to segue into the current time, but I guess that's not going to be so unless he somehow curses himself back or something. I don't know if that's a thing. Otherwise, Toji is gone.
It was actually interesting seeing Toji and Gojo interact right at the end there, where they were just talking about Fushiguro, and it was sweet in his own way, if that makes sense.
Well, they humanized Toji a bit, and they almost made Gojo seem like a bit of the edgy psycho.
Yeah,
he did seem like, all right, he was on that euphoric high, but he had like no limits, which we saw at the end of the episode, because he was like, if you want me to kill them all, I'll feel nothing at the state I'm in now, which was like, holy shit. So it's very dangerous, when you're in that headspace with that much power.
It's kind of like he's just disassociated and he's floating, essentially. That's kind of how I perceived it. And that can be a very, very scary point, I guess, because you are willing to do absolutely anything.
Yeah, well, what was interesting was it was actually Geto who held him back and said it's important that we always have a reason to take such extreme measures. Otherwise, where do you know when you've gone overboard or when you've crossed the line? So that was really interesting. But then I'm like, all right, well then fast forward, he crosses the line. At least in movie 0, what we've seen. So what is this episode going to show us and fill in some of the blanks? I'm excited to find out, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually really intrigued because, I think for a lot of people, Gojo is probably their favorite character. But honestly, I think the depths of Geto just is such a pudgy character right now. And although I do see him, on that dark side at this point in time, I am always very empathetic to how that person got there. So if it's really done well, I think he might be one of my favorite characters.
To everyone on Patreon, thank you for supporting the channel. If you do want to join the Spartan Pudgey family over there, while getting the uncut reactions to all of our Jujutsu Kaisen reactions, or early access uncut reactions to any of our other series and movies that we're watching, we'll leave a link in our description. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you enjoyed today's reaction, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode and what you thought of this whole backstory as a collective. Were you shocked? Did you have some theories that panned out? Let us know down below.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, 1 year later.
Already?
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. It wasn't just like straight away.
今までマニュアルでやってたのをオートマにした。重力の強弱だけじゃなく、質量、速度、形状からも物体の危険度を選別できる。
Oh, wow.
So his ability to sense has improved.
これなら最小限のリソースで無加減呪術をほぼ出しっぱにできる。
Yeah, he doesn't want to go through what he went through with Toji.
前からやってた勝因の省略は完璧。赤と青。
Oh my god. He's improved a lot already.
Look at him go. What the hell?
Shit, he's done it all.
サトルは最強になった。すぐれ、ちょっと痩せた。大丈夫か?
His eyes don't look very good. Like, they look very drained.
Tired.
もともと危険な任務で外に出ることはない。必然的に私も一人になることが増えた。
Okay, interesting. A bit of insight into their new life.
その夏は忙しかった。
Okay.
Interesting.
You can tell Geto's changed.
宇治のように呪霊が湧いた。払う、取り込む、その繰り返し。払う、取り込む。
Yeah, just on repeat.
呪霊の味。吐砂物を処理した雑巾を丸飲みしているような。
Oh, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Oh.
That's interesting.
知った上で、私は術師として人々を救う選択をしてきたはずだ。
That's sort of what we've been discussing, questioning.
1 year isn't a long time.
術師としての責任を果たせ。
He looks like he's losing his mind over it.
Yeah. That trauma just holds in your body. Oh my god, and that clapping is just ringing in his head.
サルメ。
Oh, shit. Because he was trying to save the humans, and then he's saying, well, they're also part of the problem.
弟でなんですよ。そうか。お土産頼むよ。了解です。甘いのとしょっぱいのどっちがいいですか？
Both. I'll take both.
食べるかもしれないから甘いのかな。了解です。
Wow, he's still very considerate.
Yeah.
呪術師やっていけそうか？辛くないか？
自分はあまり物事を深く考えないたちなので、
自分にできることを精一杯頑張るのは気持ちがいいです。
Yeah. Interesting perspective.
そうだな。
His eyes look thrashed, though.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
君がゲトウ君？どんな女がタイプか？
Oh, my God.
Oh god.
自分はたくさん食べる子が好きです。
You don't like me then.
悪い人じゃないです。人を見る目には自信があります。私の隣に座っておいてか。
Oh, bit of foreshadowing there.
Interesting.
どちら様？
特級術師つくもゆきって言えばわかるかな？
So she's also one of the special grades. There's only 4 special grades. Oh.
特級のくせに任務を
She's
全く受けず
flattered.
海外をプラプラしているろくでなしの。
So she never accepts any missions. Wow.
光線と方針が合わないのは本当。ここの人たちがやってるのは対症療法。私は原因療法がしたいの。
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
That's what Geto wants.
呪霊の生まれない世界を作ろうよってこと。
Okay, where they're not born. Ooh, I like this.
人間から漏出した呪力が檻のように積み重なり、形を成したものです。
エクセレント。
I really like her angle on this.
作り方は2つ。1、全人類から呪力をなくす。
How do you do that?
全人類に呪力のコントロールを可能にさせる。1はね、結構いい線いくと思ったんだ。モデルケースもいたしね。
Oh, wow.
君もよく知っている人さ。全員当時。
Toji.
Oh, no way.
世界中探しても彼一人だった。
Wow.
全員当時は呪力ゼロにもかかわらず五感で呪霊を認識できた。呪力を完全に捨て去ることで肉体は一線を画し、逆に呪いの体制を得たんだよ彼は。
Holy shit. Okay. And the plot thickens.
惜しい人を亡くしたよ。天与呪縛はサンプルも少ないし、私の今の本命は2だね。全人類に呪力のコントロールを可能にさせる。
Okay.
術
That
師から
explains a
呪霊
bit.
は生まれないんだよ。もちろん、術師本人が死後呪いに転ずるのを除いてね。
Curse after death, which might be what he did.
術師の呪力は本人の中をよく回る。大雑把に言ってしまうと、全人類が術師になれば呪いは生まれない。
Okay. Interesting.
That's why he wants society only full of sorcerers in the movie.
というか多分それが一番イージーだ。非術師を間引き続け、生存戦略として術師に適応してもらう。要は進化を促すの。鳥たちが翼を。
Right.
Oh, shit.
Is that what he did with Itadori with the finger?
非術師は嫌いかい？ ゲト君。
呪術は非術師を守るためにあると考えていました。でも最近私の中で非術師の価値のようなものが揺らいでいます。
He's very open and honest with her.
非術師を見下す自分、それを否定する自分、術師というマラソンゲーム、その果てのビジョンがあまりに曖昧で何が本音かわからない。
Yeah, so now he can really flip or
Two
merge.
parts of himself that he's wrestling with.
どちらを本音にするのかは君がこれから選択するんだよ。
Alright, interesting. She's good. She's very interesting, but I don't know if she swayed Geto for the worse or for the better.
Well, she gave him a choice.
聖正体のことは気にしなくていい。あの時もう一人別の聖正体がいたか、すでに新しい聖正体が生まれた。
Oh, wow.
Just like that, replace.
タイプ聞いてね。
I
Alright,
do like her way of thinking though.
一級案件だ。今はとにかく休め、ナナミ。任務はサトルが引き継いだ。
Is that the
Damn.
boy he was talking to?
Hibara?
Oh, shit.
その果てにあるのが仲間の屍の山だとしたら。
Yeah. You can see where he started changing his philosophies, his
Damn.
beliefs. Poor guy went through so much. How can you blame him?
これは何ですか？
Remember these girls in the movie? They're the ones he saved.
違います。
私の孫もこの二人に殺されかけたことがあります。それは違う。黙りなさい、バカ者め。
Oh my god. Yeah. It's
Oh, they can't see this curses.
どちらを本音にするのかは。
皆さん、一旦外に出ましょうか。
all the curses are getting created from the humans' negative, emotions.
Did he just kill the whole village? Oh shit.
What was he doing?
I think he killed them.
Yeah, killed. That went really fast. Wow.
I think it was just saying that he killed 112 people.
何度も言わせるな。スグルが集落の人間を皆殺し。
聞こえてますよ。
Holy shit.
Wow, that'd be hard to take
結
in.
果はすでにもぬけの殻だった。ただ結婚と残影からおそらく両親も手にか
なわけねえだろ。
サトル。
Oh shit, man.
Wow.
So he parted ways without even speaking.
That was his choice.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
I do get the pain on both ends.
何かよ。
運試しってとこかな。
一応聞くけど、冤罪だったりする？
Oh, so she knows about it.
重ねて一応。なんで？
術師だけの世界を作るんだ。誰でも彼でも理解してほしいとは思わないさ。
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He's really come to terms with it.
Yeah, doing something for a bigger purpose. He knows not everyone will understand it.
五条？ゲトいたよ。そう、新宿。やだよ。殺されたくないもん。
Oh, she's playing it very chill. She doesn't want to provoke him. Oh, this is the scene. This is when they have that chat that we always see the flashback to.
だから術師以外殺すってか。親も。
親だけ特別というわけにはいかないだろう。それにもう私の家族はあの人たちだ。
Wow, dude, he's absolutely lost it.
意味ない殺しはしねえんじゃなかったのか。
意味はある。意義もね。大義ですらある。
I feel like if he just let Gojo know, he would understand.
無理に決まってんだろ。できもしねえことをせこせこやんの意味ねえっつんだよ。
君にならできるだろう、サトル。
Oh, because he's the chosen one, the honored
君に
one.
できることを人にはできやしないと言い聞かせるのか。
Wow.
Because he's the strongest.
君は五条悟だから最強なのか、最強だから五条悟なのか。
Yeah, we've seen that line
私
before.
が君になれるのなら、この馬鹿げた理想も地に足がつくと思わないか。
I mean, it's a good question, isn't it?
あとは自分にできることを精一杯やるさ。
Just like that. Wow, man.
Wow.
Gojo's really flustered.
それには意味がある。
Wow. What a heavy
Shit.
scene.
That's interesting. It was just like boom, right into it.
先生、俺強いよね。
生意気にもな。
でも、俺だけ強くてもダメらしいよ。俺が救えるのは、他人に救われる準備があるやつだけだ。
And that's where his philosophies come in. Right.
万世教は解体されたはずだが。
別の団体でも根っこは同じさ。表向きは居抜きみてえにしてるがな。
He's got his more traditional outfit there.
よく見てなさい。揃っているな。
各支部長、代表役員、会長。
Is he just gonna massacre them all? I feel
I
like
don't
it's gonna be,
know.
I don't know, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
He's here to make a big statement, though.
皆さん、お待たせしました。それでは手短に。今この瞬間からこの団体は私のものです。
Oh, it's gonna be one of these.
皆さんは今後私に従ってください。
No shit, many objected.
園田さん、よろしければ壇上へ。
Oh,
He's gonna
no.
make an example of him.
さて、改めて
Oh, shit.
私に従い。それが私の選んだ本音。
Holy shit.
That was the feeling he chose. Wow.
Oh, wow.
あんた誰っていうか、何その顔。
Oh, shit.
君のお父さんが全員家に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよ。ムカつくでしょ。で、
He's like talking for him.
別に、
Oh, he didn't get to tell him that he killed him.
積み木の母親も少し前から帰ってない。
めぐみ帰ってきた。
もう俺たちは用済みで、二人でよろしくやってるってことだろ。
Oh, damn. Nope.
本当に小一？まあいいや。
Oh, no, because he's so
知り
wise.
たくなったらいつでも聞いて。よっくらしった。そこそこ面白いと思うよ。
I wonder if one day they'll have that discussion.
I think they might.
全員家行きたい？
積み木はどうなる？そこに行けば積み木は幸せになれるのか？それ次第だ。
ない。100% ない。
Oh, shit. Clear cut.
オッケー。あとは任せなさい。
So squished.
強くなってよ。僕に置いていかれないくらい。
Oh, shit. That's high hopes for him.
Wow. I love how caring he was in that interaction, though.
先生も寝るんだな。
当たり前でしょ。何言ってんのあんた。
五条先生。
Oh, it's like he was dreaming it all.
Present day.
呼びつけといて居眠りしないでくださいよ。
あ、クーリ次俺が。
I've missed this crew. It's nice to see him again.
何笑ってんすか。
はい、どう言って。
別に。
Oh, wow.
Wow, dude.
I really love that episode. You really got to see, or you really got a massive insight into, you know, the reason why everyone made their choices. And I really do feel like it humanizes all of them. You really do see their pain, their struggles, and, you know, everything they had to hold on to survive, essentially, in their
Yeah.
own way.
It was very interesting to get a very deep and personal glimpse into Geto's thought process and his just journey of trying to discern right from wrong and the paths that he wants to take and the future that he wants to envision. It does make it a lot more sense. And I feel like we almost got both answers in this episode, where he first wanted a world without humans to end the pain of curses. But then secondly, I feel like we got a little glimpse into, well, the only way a Jujutsu sorcerer can create a curse is if they curse themselves back into living. So I wonder if that Geto that we've got present time is Geto who's cursed himself, and what if he's realized siding with the sorcerers didn't work? What if I side with the curses, but he's playing them? He's got an ulterior motive.
And we did kind of come up with that theory a while ago. I can't remember. Maybe it was in the movie that we came up with that.
Yeah.
But interesting, yeah.
Wow, it was it was a lot more grounded of an episode than I expected. Like I thought maybe there were gonna be some more shocking reveals. It kept itself pretty grounded, but
It did it so well.
it did it well. Like it revealed all the information and everything we needed to know. And I love that segue then into Gojo waking up.
Yeah,
And-
oh, that part made me emotional because it's like, you know, we haven't seen the characters that we know and love for a while now. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, all the pain, all the suffering they went through, this is where they are right now and they've got to start dealing with it. You know, all those years apart and they're still dealing with the consequences of their choices. And it was actually really nice as well that we got more insight into Toji.
Yeah, it made him be quite a unique case. I wonder how that's going to maybe evolve into the second season. I thought there was more purpose to that.
Yeah, I mean, potentially for Shiguro might be able to. I don't know what the tie-in there is, but potentially father and son might have, you know, something in common.
I feel like the idea, the bottom line idea, even behind his Heavenly Pact, was that extreme situations can force humans to adapt and evolve. And pretty much Geto wants this stronger human race,
Yeah.
which is resistant to curses, so that they stop breeding curses and that they can, you know, if everyone could kill a curse, in the end, they'll be eliminated pretty quickly. I did really like the perspective of, I don't remember her name, but the special grade female who we met, when she goes, all Jujutsu sorcerers are doing is dealing with the Band-Aid, and I want to get to the cause. And I'm like, that's a very, very good outlook, because it's true. You keep killing them, but they're just going to keep popping up.
Yep.
What is the cause? Well, the cause is negative human emotion. And then the question is, well, how do we go about dealing with that? And there was the harder route, which was to try to address that. How do we stop humans feeling those negative emotions, which are creating curses?
Yep.
And Geto's sort of gone the easier route, in a sense, which is like, well, if I just pretty much kill or eliminate any human that isn't a sorcerer and society's only full of sorcerers, then that's another way about it. You know, and I don't mean easier in terms of it's very brutal what he's putting himself through, but it's the more straightforward one of the two.
Yeah, because it is harder to not have humans have negative emotions.
And it's interesting as well, because then he follows up by saying, well, Gojo, with your power, you could make that a reality, you know, whereas Geto obviously needs to get support and amass following, because
Yeah.
sorcerers could stop him, whereas Gojo is probably unstoppable. So it's like, well, you know, some interesting questions. Honestly, definitely need some digestion, but there was quite a lot of deep meaning in this episode.
Oh, for sure. It was honestly like one of the best episodes so far, just from a whole story perspective, I think, because you really get to ask those bigger questions, maybe get some answers as well. And I think it's really going to set up all the interactions to come. It was actually interesting seeing Geto make that decision when he was there with those two little girls. Obviously, the humans were having negative emotions, and he's just like, well, you're not even letting two little girls speak. You don't know why they did what they did, and your negative emotions are overtaking yourself and causing pain to the rest of the world. Like, when you have that bigger picture perspective, it's like, I can see how simple the decision becomes. And yeah, like, you might get clouded along the way, but I think that's just from like an individual perspective. Again, like, it's not so clouded when you're looking from above.
Yeah, it's very sad in the end.
Yeah.
You know, I really grew to love Geto's character and appreciate it in this prequel or this backstory, and now, you know, knowing where it ends up, I mean, it definitely makes it more interesting season 2. We know more about him, but it's sad seeing that he was quite happy and caring boy, although he showed dark tendencies even in the big start of this, with the first scene in the alleyway with the curse. That was dark, you know, but overall, he was quite a genuine kind of likable guy, but he'd experienced a lot of traumatic things and a lot of horrible situations, and
It really wore him down a lot.
yeah, wow. And I feel like these 5 episodes, we covered a lot of ground. Like, we never predicted the pacing. I always thought it was going to be like, oh, more linear, and it was like, boom, jump forward here. Okay, boom, to this battle. Like, oh, but it would cover it in a way where you got a big picture covered in the 5 episodes.
I do think, though, it is interesting. Gojo is trying to recruit people to become Jujutsu sorcerers. You know, he wants to help people that want help. And that's the best way he knows how. Which is kind of the other half of Geto's goal, isn't it? You know, to make more people jujutsu sorcerers, people who can control their emotions and their cursed energy. So they kind of both got the same goal in a way, but from different perspectives.
Yeah, well, I feel like Cursed Geto, I'm going to call him,
Yeah.
still has the same goal. I just don't know what his angle is. But I feel like his goal hasn't changed, and he's playing the curses, and somehow in all this, Sukuna ties into all of this. Yeah, I can just see that's part of his plan, but the finer details are still hard to put together, and it will be very interesting. I look forward to him and Gojo having that interaction, but it does make the movie even more sad, because now we know that, well, I'm confident that Gojo actually did kill his friend. He did in the movie what he couldn't do in the prequel, which would have been pretty rough. And then he's come back sort of as cursed, but Gojo doesn't know yet. So that will be interesting, man. Some dialogues that they could have could be so cool.
Oh, I can't wait for the rest of the season.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I actually forget. I thought this is the end of the season, but it's not. We've got more. So I'm excited. This almost sets up the actual season. Now we're like into it. And I feel like everything we've learned now is going to be very important for what's to come.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm pumped. I feel like I've heard this is a big season. I can feel it. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed our reaction. We have finally finished the 5-episode prequel. And I am very excited to begin what comes next. We're looking forward to it. If you did enjoy today's reaction, remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel so you know as soon as we drop our next episode, and let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys on our next reaction.
See you guys.